All right, Kenman here, and today is a very special unboxing from White Mountain Knives. I was recommended to check this one out since I love the brand that this knife is, and White Mountain Knives had an exclusive version release. So I went and looked it up, saw it, my jaw hit the floor, instant love, had to order it. Before we start, not sponsored by anyone, I purchase everything at retail price, and I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. Yeah, I'm not sponsored, but I did start getting some affiliate links from some companies, which means there's some links down the bottom there. If you go to Kizer, Vosti, CJRB, the list goes on. But if you go to one of those links and you buy something from that company, I will get a little kickback with the channel, and I will use that money to buy more knives for the channel. You're not required to do so, but if you want to help out a little bit, you can go hit one of those links, make a little purchase. What do we have today? Boom, any guesses? Do you recognize it yet? It's a Kizer. Bought a Kizer not from Kizer. Box and peanuts on the floor. So, Kenman, you just said you have an affiliate with Kizer, which means you get a deal or a little kickback when you buy from Kizer, but you just bought a Kizer from White Mountain Knives. That's right, because I said it was an exclusive from WMK, and I say it was because I bought it. I went to look up some stuff on it after I made the order, and it was no longer in stock. So unless someone had purchased one about the exact same time, I got the last one. So I'm very excited for this little sticker. I do not have this sticker yet. Kizer cares. That's a cool one. And any guesses? What do we think? 2.5 minutes in, Dan. You haven't even showed us the knife yet. Get to it. See if there's anything else different in here. Oh, we got our screws and some springs, which means clutch lock. Oh, there it is. Oh, baby. I am excited. I am excited. It's a Kizer. It's mini Towser K. Woo! Mini bag on the floor. Look at the shiny Frag Titanium. Oh, yes. Kizer WMK Exclusive Mini Towser K. Oh, yes. Look at how sweet this is. All right, I'm noticing I'm not a fan of what's going on with my lights. I've been trying some different setups and layouts that I'm working on. And so bear with me for a couple of videos, but I'm going to try to dial it in a little bit better. Okay, what are we looking at? We've got the WMK Exclusive Mini Towser K. So it's not a Towser K. I have two Towser Ks. This is a Mini Towser K. So it's going to be a little bit smaller. Still got that 154 cm blade. Titanium frag handle, which is absolutely gorgeous. But instead of a liner lock, we have the Kizer clutch lock. So not super loose. There we go. Brand new knife out of the box. Got to break it in. There it goes. Now it's starting to swing a little more. Might get a little oil in there. Oh, this feels so excellent. Also, instead of thumb studs, we've got that fuller hole, which, you know, I like me a fuller flicking hole. Man, this thing looks great. So I've already unboxed two Kizer Towsers, but we'll still kind of go through it quick. This one is definitely different with the lock and everything. Okay. The clip can be swapped to the other side, which is awesome. Also, I noticed on my Towsers that they put 3 holes in there, and they've got it set at these 2, which I believe in the third is if you want to go a little deeper carry on the clip. That becomes an option for you. It's really the only knife I've ever seen with that on there. Oh, flicks out great. So yeah, we got the fuller hole, like I said, instead of the thumb studs. We'll get the other Towsers out in a second. Thumb can flick out fairly well. Looks like I gotta just break this one a little bit. But yeah, fuller hole works for the thumb, obviously works for the flick out. You can close it and open it with the clutch lock. Sorry. Wow, this thing looks excellent. Enjoy my unboxings? Hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Centering. Blade is right in the middle where it should be. And we are solid. No real play or movement there. Excellent. Jimps. Ooh, it's got that nice big rack of jimps like the little. I always get Kizer Towser. I want to say Tizer cows. The Towser K has some really nice jimps. These feel like they're a little bit more aggressive than on the other ones, but we'll do some comparisons in a second here. I do like the way those jimps go way out. And then they got that little extra little piece of jimp there. You can kind of choke up on top of that, and you still have those jimps on top for doing that fine detail work. Oh, this thing feels excellent. Okay, so the clutch lock is going to be the detent. As you can see, as that comes around, boom, that pulls it in. Once you get about there, and I believe with the clutch lock, there is some adjusted settings you can go in there and you can change that, and you can stiffen it up or loosen it if you desire. I kind of like the way it feels right out of the box, although I might have to take one apart at some point and just test it out just to see what it feels like. You know, go as loose as possible and as heavy as possible and kind of just get a little comparison of the two. Comment below if you'd like to see that. Okay, let's get some close-ups. Like I said, I'm not a fan of how my lighting is working. This is a temporary change as I'm kind of making new. Yeah, the reflections are a little different. This will get by for today. Oh, that frag pattern is sweet though, right? I dig it so much. Boom. That's great. That is great. All right, let's zoom in here. Whoa. Settle down there, kiddo. All right, what are we looking at here size-wise? It is 7.5, almost 7 5/8, but not quite. Just a little bit between 7.5, 7 5/8 total length. The blade is 3 1/8 to right there. If you were to try to stretch it, you might be able to say it's 3 3/8. If you were someone really trying to make a call, or you could say it's almost 3.5 into that little spot there. Cutting surface is just under 3 inches with a slight little belly to it. And the handle is almost, it's 4 3/8. Basically 4 3/8 at the longest point. Okay. The blade thickness 0.10. A lot of knives are 10 to 11. Like I said, usually an average is about 0.11 is what I'm noticing for most standard size, mid to full size pocket knives. And 1/2 inch is usually about kind of in the middle there for the thickness of the handle. So a little bit thinner on the handle. All right. We should just go ahead and bring in the comparisons here. I was going to do a weight. I could do a weight on it first quick. And then we can bring that in. Okay, 4.64. I always do everything against the standard CJRB Pyrite, 3.67. So this is almost an ounce more, 4.64. Standard Towser, 4.34. So 4.6, 4.3, 4.2 for the Richlight Towser. So this is the heaviest one, excuse me, but it's also a medium, so it's a little bit smaller. That is interesting. Okay, let's just get these compared, and then we can compare just the Towsers. So the pyrite is just a little bit shorter. If I even them up there, it's probably a 1/4 inch shorter on the handle. And then the blade is almost the same. Cutting surface is really close to the same. The pyrite's got a little bit longer on that tip. But other than that, it'd be kind of a very similar kind of a shape. Just this part goes out further on there, obviously. But really, it's kind of close to a full-size knife, but really almost the same size as a standard pyrite. So you got that. The other frag pattern titanium that I have is the frac. Frac is definitely bigger. Ooh, and look at how much shinier it is. The frac is kind of more of a dull surface versus the really shiny one on this WMK Exclusive. Oh, this thing is sweet. When so much, I can't remember who showed it to me on my live stream. I do live streams on Thursday night if you want to check those out. Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central. Usually on until about 9. It's a good time. We get into all fun, interesting conversations, knives, non-knives. It's a good time if you're interested. Check it out. Okay, so this is the standard Towser K. So it's got that liner lock, but look at the drop. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here for a moment. But this is what made me fall in love with the Towser. It's just that action. Flicks out really easy with the thumb studs. Flips out, just drops. Isn't that just great? Let me get a full zoom out. Oh, sorry. And we can dueling. Oh, they feel so good. So this one's a contoured micarta, and then this one has a Richlight handle. Just love them. They are great. They are pretty much identical. Actually, the one thing is to see how this one has a silver liner and this one has the black liner. When I bought them, it was opposite. All the black hardware was on the blue scales and all the silver hardware was on the red. I did a swap. I like the red with the black a little bit more. Both of them actually like a little bit more like this. Had to customize them a little bit out. But okay, that's what I wanted to do. So it was 11 on the blade. This one is clearly 12, 13. And 0.56 versus that was 0.46. So the thickness of both is definitely greater. And then if you look at the length, handle, pretty close. The shape kind of changes right here. This one's a little more rounded. And then right here, it's a little more rounded off. But really, you cut off that roundedness. Roundedness? Yep. This is a mini and this is not a mini. They're really almost the same size. But then you look at that blade, and if I line the edges up right there, then this one clearly comes out a little bit further. They got a little bit more meat on it, a little bit thicker stock of the steel as well. Pretty close to the same size. So I'm surprised for one being a mini. Maybe get it on camera, Kenman. For being a mini, it's not that much more mini. You know, I mean, I guess I'm comparing it to like, here's a pyrite and a pyrite mini. You know, significantly different in size. Am I complaining? No. But I feel like they could almost just say this is the clutch lock version and hardly call it a mini. I mean, whatever. It's just a name. It's just a name. The Kizer Mini Paragon is probably the biggest Kizer I have, and they call that one a mini, so you got that going for you. I do want to change that pocket clip right away. I know on like clutch lock, axis crossbar locks, when I grab them, see how my pinky and my ring finger are kind of pulling against the pocket clip. It makes me feel more comfortable. It's easier to kind of swing it out, flick it out, and just have control over it. So when it's on this side and I'm like this, my hand kind of wants to do one of these. And so it just feels like it wants to fall out a little bit more. Not saying it is. I haven't dropped it out yet. And a little bit harder grabbing a hold of it to do like the actuations, but it works great. Man, this thing is Super cool. So that's what I can show you is, okay, I did recently get a sponsored knife from Kizer. They have been noticing me, I guess, but they reached out and they wanted to send me something as a gift for doing a good job working with them and suggesting them and my affiliate links and etc. and just promoting them on my channel. And so they sent me this drop bear for free, and I was able to give a little review on that. Check it out. Like I said, it's the first knife that was given to me from a company, but it has that clutch lock, and I was just, I've got it flipped around so it's comfortable in the hand. I can grab it easily, and you can just see the action on that clutch lock. It just flicks out great. Feels so good. It's just amazing. I'm so appreciative that Kizer sent this to me. I should have gotten a drop bear sooner, and now I want to get another one with a higher quality steel. I mean, it's got 154 cm, but they've got some premium versions that I'd like to get into. But the Kizer clutch lock is an amazing lock. They did a really good job on that crossbar style lock. It just works so well. So I'm assuming once I kind of get this flipped and start relaxing with it and break it in, that it's going to be that same. It's got that nice sound. It's a little, I'm noticing it's a little bit stiffer right out of the box, but I think that's gonna loosen up pretty quick. What's everyone think about this thing? Oof, goodness. Epic fail open. Which one is your favorite version of the ones that I have? Or do you have a different version that I don't have that you prefer? Should I do some custom work? There's not much I could do. I could anodize this though. I like the way it looks, but an anno color could be cool. If you've ever seen any of my anno projects, you could check them out up there. But yeah, use my Kizer link if you're interested in picking up a Kizer. You can use that link, support the channel, and I appreciate it. Lots of custom stuff coming on the channel in the future. Stay sharp. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.